she closed her eyes and climbed to a height of 10,000 meters, but didn't notice the rotting wooden ladder. She lost her balance and fell. Fortunately, she was able to grab onto the wooden ladder. Then she picked up the pace and soon encountered a cloud. She struggled to climb up onto it, then collapsed on the cloud, unable to calm down for a long time. Suddenly she jerked upright and looked behind her. A wooden cabin wrapped in scarves came into view. Her face darkened. Looking at the damaged wooden steps, she thought for a moment, then took out a bundle of scarves from the cabin. Next, she walked trembling to the edge of the cloud. It turned out she had lived on this cloud since childhood. Every day she would pass time with this scarf. When she got hungry in the house, she would bake cookies to fill up. After staying in the room for too long, she would also step outside, lying contentedly on the cloud, enjoying the beautiful moments. Even so, she would occasionally still hear those harsh, jarring noises. The girl covered her ears in terror and hurried to hide in her safe little house. But just as she opened her eyes, ready to continue knitting her scarf, she was startled by sounds from the kitchen. She took a defensive stance. Looking over, she discovered a squirrel stealing food. She backed away, frightened by the squirrel. This was her first contact with a strange visitor. Even though it was just a small animal, the girl was still very cautious, wanting to use a small cookie to establish communication with it. But the squirrel played on the woman's body, as if it was very familiar with her. They immediately became close, no longer bothered by the noise outside. That day, when the girl was outside playing with the little raccoon, she accidentally stepped on a thin part of the cloud and fell straight down from 10,000 meters above, landing on the lower layer of clouds. The jarring sounds came again. The girl painfully covered her ears. Suddenly the squirrel fell down too. Then the squirrel ran into an old wooden house. She curiously followed it inside. Things were scattered all over the floor inside. A woman sat in a rocking chair, knitting something in her hands, but she seemed unable to see the girl's presence. Looking at the mirror in front of her, as if she realized something, she ran toward the door in terror, taking the squirrel with her. Then she climbed up the wooden ladder back to her own cloud. She kept throwing the finished scarves down below. After looking at the familiar house, she and the squirrel jumped down together, ending her more than 10 years of solitary life. From this moment on, she decided to face life bravely, because this world is vast. She didn't want to turn herself into an isolated island.